Away.
Well, thanks, Nate. Hi, everybody. My name is Jeff Novich. This is Jeff Oyster of the Mighty Ants Internet Studio. VocabSushi is bite-sized learning. We take big words and we break them down into easy-to-comprehend sentences that are harvested from the daily news. Basically, we're combining three primary things: real-world contextual examples, a never-ending supply of game questions, and a system that learns with the user and granularly keeps track of your progress on a word-by-word basis. It's a cross-curricular bento box, but it's the smartest way to learn vocabulary. So it's also free. So when you sign up, let's look at the sign up. Now, we've basically taken all the words. Oh, well, move on from that. But basically, we've taken all the words and divided them into their specific standardized tests, and then we further categorize them into difficulty levels from 1 through 50. So when you begin, you get this page, which basically you get automatically 300 words added to your word list that are at the level that you take a diagnostic test to start off to figure out what your level is, and you get 300 words up there. Now, this is a smart system that grows with you, and what does that mean? Well, this progress column here, these little soy sauce bottles, tell you how you're doing on a word-by-word basis. So as you use the system, we're tracking how you're doing, and that translates into a full sushi bottle or a lower sushi bottle, or soy sauce bottle, rather. So if you know a word, or you've learned it because you've used the system, it's really easy. You just learn it and answer a question, make sure you learned it. And when you do learn it, it automatically gets moved to your Words I've Learned list, so you can always review them later. And it also automatically gets replaced with a new word that's at that vocab level or higher. So as you use it, you're building your vocab level up. Right now we're on level 11, but with use, you move up. Now, the main thing to point out here is that we've really replaced the archaic flashcards that I've had to deal with as an SAT tutor for the last 5 years that my students absolutely dread. This is a customized list that makes up all the features of the rest of the site. So all these words are actually tied into the rest of the features of the site, making it a really customized experience because they're used in the rest of the questions and things. Now, learning words on VocabSushi is actually a very engaging process. It's not about memorizing definitions and regurgitating them later. It's actually all about reading sentences and learning through context, and that's the contextual learning here. We are indexing about 15,000 sentences on a daily basis. They're coming from 600 news sources like the New York Times and the Boston Globe. And they're all fresh, and they are made to be consumed. You're supposed to read a lot and really get the context of these words and understand the definitions through reading a lot of sentences. Now, obviously, every sentence that is displayed is tied to its headline and its source, as well as its date. So it's really easy to just jump right in and look at the article that it's coming from. The articles view, which you're seeing here, is one of my favorite parts of the site because there's a wide variety of articles here. You can see all the headlines and the sources. What they all have in common, though, is that they all contain at least 2 or more of your vocab words. So you're guaranteed that when you actually dive in and read one of these articles, whatever looks interesting to you, you're guaranteed to actually be learning something. You can see here, these are the 2 words that are on our list, and then these are the rest of the words in the article that are VocabSushi words. It's also really easy to add any words that aren't on your list by just clicking the little plus button. It's a great connection to current events, and really it brings the words, makes the words really come alive, because you see them in contemporary usage in these articles. And then, of course, if you're a student and maybe you learn better through printed material or through listening to MP3s, you can download, you can print a PDF. So we can get a sentence completion quiz here, or you can download MP3s or listen to, or subscribe to a podcast and download them that way. Finally, in the games section, this is one of my favorites also, is here we're basically generating essentially an infinite number of sentence completion questions. And the cool thing about this is that all of these word choices that are here are actually drawing from your word list. So it's a highly customized experience that you wouldn't get from, like a prep book or something like that. So the idea is you're seeing these words over and over again, and you're seeing them through the context. Obviously, you can also see the article that they came from. You can also add them to an article reading list that we have, and an article reader as well. And the other thing is that as you answer those questions, we're basically keeping track of how you're doing. As you use the site over a lot of time, your words will span out into these categories. So you'll see on the left here words that you're struggling with, maybe because you got them wrong over and over again. And on the right, you see you're mastering a bunch of words like adoration and debatable. Those are easier words. This is an objective approach to whether or not you've actually learned these words. This is obviously not flashcards and stacks. So thank you very much.
Wonderful. Very cool. All right, I have first 2 awards. One is Cool Presentation Tool Award. What was that thing that was zooming in and like highlighting stuff? What is it called?
It's called Mouse Pose.
Is it free or where do you buy it?
$15, and I forgot the maker.
I love it. I want it. The other thing is you also get the Local Demo Award. I noticed that you're running off your local machine, and more people could do that. You fulfill one of our requirements, which is that you demo, and also you don't have to worry about the internet connection. So bravo, guys. All right, are there any other questions?
Yeah. Yeah, well, me too, and most of my friends do too. Yeah, no, we're actually, that's one of the next things we're going to be working on. There are a lot of new improvements with this, and iPhone app as well as an Android app are definitely in the works very soon. Yeah. The pronunciations, yeah, so what you saw, all the play buttons that you see are all tied to MP3s. At the moment, they are computerized. It's a computerized voice, but we are going to re-record all of them and make them pretty cool. What it does, it plays out the definition, the word, the definition, and then several sentences as well.
All right, one more question.
In the back. Other languages are a little trickier, and that's not quite in the immediate works, but I mean, I've considered that, but
there's enough people in English who don't speak good?
I mean, yeah. There's a lot of people signing up around the world because a lot of people are trying to learn English. So.
Awesome. Well, Jeff and Jeff, thank you very much. Very cool.